Hello, fellow students in the history of health and medicine. My name is Elizabeth Batten. You can call me Liz. It's a lot easier to type with 3 letters. And I am a PhD student in the health studies program. I just completed my first 2 courses in the PhD program this spring, and I also graduated with my master's degree in health studies from the TWU program as well. I did my thesis for my master's degree on healthy eating and the influence of the built environment on healthy and unhealthy eating in an underserved, primarily African American neighborhood in Houston, Texas, which is where I am from, born and raised, and I live in Houston right now. So I made several trips to Denton this spring, which was quite a drive. I'm glad this course is 100% online. Although I enjoy attending the classes, I'm certainly glad I don't have to make the extra drive this summer. I went to a private high school in Houston, St. John's School. Went to public school for elementary school, and I went to the private school for my middle school. After I graduated from high school, I went across the country to get the heck out of town and went to Bryn Mawr College for my undergraduate degree in anthropology. Later on, I traveled to Mexico, where I lived for about 3.5 years and studied some more anthropology on the master's level, but I didn't complete the degree at that time. And I taught English as a second language. I have most recently been living in Houston for the past 20-something years, working as a caseworker in domestic violence at the district attorney's office. And now that I've completed the master's degree, I am ready to move forward. So I'm making a lot of changes this year. One of the changes that I'm making is that I am entering an alternative certification program for teaching on the elementary level. I passed my pre-certification for, or I'm not sure what you call it, qualification testing for ESL and core EC through 6, and I'm currently doing job interviews, which is quite a process, I must say. But having defended a thesis, that certainly helps with your self-confidence when you're facing several administrators and doing your job interview. So I'm hopeful to get a job teaching elementary ESL in the fall. That's sort of part of a grand scheme to move away from family violence and move towards education and health. Particularly, I'm interested in concerns about obesity and chronic disease, which also applies not only to the children but also to teachers. So I'm hopeful to move my career in that direction. And I have in mind to open my own consulting business and develop some projects through that in the next couple of years. From this course, I hope to learn a lot more background about how medicine was developed, how people react to different medical innovations, and I think, just get a kind of a review of some of the things that I already know on a surface level and maybe dig a little bit deeper into how treatments are developed. I just read a little thing about how people don't like to be experimented on, and that they prefer to choose one treatment or another, not based on whether it's better or worse, but if they're given the option to be part of an experiment versus a tried and true, even though not that great sort of experiment, then treatment, then they would rather not be part of the quote experiment. So, and I think that's partly about choice. So I'd be interested to see what the history of medicine is in terms of treatment of patients. Do patients have much choice across history? My instinct is that most of the decisions were previously made by physicians, that most physicians were, held in sort of a extra high category. And now in education and other fields, we're getting to the point where we want to make things more universal and dialogic and equal. And so I think we're moving in that trend in medicine and certainly hopefully in health promotion. I am bilingual in English and Spanish. So I hope to be able to use that going forward in developing health interventions. And I'm just very busy right now making transitions and having a lot of changes in my life, but it's also an exciting time. So I'm looking forward to this course over the summer, and I think I will enjoy having Dr. Bernstein again and seeing some of my fellow classmates. Look forward to talking to you again. Bye-bye.